Perry deaths, 5 people charged. This news caught my eye. Matthew Perry. I thought I had seen this face before. I remembered watching this drama a long time ago. I have been saying that I have a lot of high. I have been saying that I have a lot of high side. But this year is one of them, or maybe it's just me. I have been saying that there are a lot of high side of me so far. This higher side regularly makes me think that I have you to make you better. I regularly think things like, you're better off because I have you. But Matthew Perry has Matthew Perry per FECT. Everything is perfect. Everything is perfect. He thinks everything is perfect, and he often emits that feeling. So his technique makes him look like a perfect person. He often seemed to be a perfect person by his technique. Especially in the case of perfect. Perfect. The more he thinks he is perfect, the better he looks. But when he looks good but doesn't think of himself as perfect, he is not perfect. But there were times when he looked good but did not think or say anything about the perfect person. But there are times when he looks good, but he doesn't think or say anything about the effect. God is rare in Christianity. I don't know if God is the main frame of reference in Christianity or if he is the God who rules the land of America. It is difficult to know whether God is a rare Christian Lord or a God who rules over the land of America. Arnold Schwarzenegger had the same one. But Arnold Schwarzenegger had no perfection at all. I don't think of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a perfectionist at all. But I think of him as a God. I don't think of Arnold Schwarzenegger as a perfectionist at all. And the fact that he is always radiating his skills makes it hard for me to accept the bad things around me. I have been saying that I have a lot of high side. It is easy to immerse myself in the world of perfect. It is easy to immerse yourself in the world of perfect. However, in the case of Matthew Perry, I was watching the drama at the time. But now I can remember that the frame was on the high side. I remember now, even though I was watching the drama at the time. I could tell that it was on the higher side of the frame. And that Matthew Perry was not feeling good. I can tell you that it was not a good one. There was the grandmother's side, and there were 6 grandmothers in Friends, but no, not the other 5 people out there, but the remaining 5, well, except for one woman. She was pretty much mixed up with all the remaining 4. Except for one woman, and that side was telling me. I was telling the other side to me. This is one of the reasons why my psychic activity is so influenced by this woman. I have been able to see the same old lady in my psychic work. Matthew. The higher side on Perry is a male deity. But he looks to be in his 60s and has put on a little more weight. He looks about the same weight as Matthew Perry, who looks to be in his 60s. Matthew Perry, who looks to be in his 60s. This male deity himself is not that good looking, but a little scary. He is not that good looking, but a little scary looking. He is a little scary looking. In Friends, this male deity is the perfect Matthew Perry. Perry is perfect. Only Matthew Perry is perfect. Is perfect. What is the cast around him? What's with the cast around him? I always get the feeling that the old ladies in the cast around him are not. I'm not sure if the old lady in the surrounding cast is a hierarchical person or not. I don't know if it's a hierarchical thing, or if the God in Matthew Perry is higher than the God in the cast. The old lady in the cast around her always treats her from the bottom, as if the God in Matthew Perry is higher than her. It was always visible in the drama that the old lady in the cast around her, I was always able to see in the drama, that God in Matthew Perry was always treating people from the bottom up. And as for Matthew Perry himself, this perfection. Perfect. I'm going to do it in a fun way. I can't enjoy my life, I want to have fun, but I can't. God who looks like he's about 40 years old and wants to have fun. I want to have fun in my life. But I'm not having fun. The one who does the perfect is always trying to make everyone around him think he's trashy. The person who does the perfect is always invoking a technique that makes others think he or she is a trashy person. I don't know if they couldn't get along with others, because the people who do it are always activating their skills to make everyone around them think they are trashy. I can't say without looking around at private photos taken outside of the photo shoot, but I can't tell you. And there is no one who is perfect. There is no one who is also perfect. If it's bad, it's perfect. When we get together with others, we can continue to enjoy the most perfect world. If we could get together with others, we could have continued to enjoy the most perfect world. I don't know if they were around back then, but they are there now. I don't remember if they were around back then. I don't remember if they were around back then. I don't know if he was around at that time or not. Decades after Friends ended, a man in his 40s turned into a man in his 60s. I wonder if this man, Matthew Perry, was a teenager when he was a teenager. I wonder if this man, Matthew Perry, is a teenager. Is it something like the Japanese spirit of the person in question? Is it something called the Japanese spirit? No, I think it's a local deity that has entered a person's personality development. No, I think he is a god of the land that entered the man in the formation of his personality. Which one? I'd say that I'm in my 50s. And I can't really do it anymore. I had the mindset that I really couldn't do it anymore after my 50s. I've heard that he was on drugs. But that kind of thing, alcohol and cigarettes. I know you said you were on drugs, but those alcohol and cigarettes are the final black dots or wires left at the shrine. The ones that affect the front line. It is the one that affects the forefront. And so it is so, you can be less affected by the side you are on. And you can be less affected by the side you are on. If there is someone who thinks something is wrong, you can say that it is harder for them to see it. In the news of the deaths of 5 people, this is what happens. In the news, 5 people were arrested for the death of a man who was killed in a car accident. I was in my 50s when I saw the Express. I'm in pain, mixed in with the light blue color. It became sudden because it was mixed with the idea of coming to a person. There was a time when the person himself and the people around him. I can say that there was a time when the person in question and the people around him, or her, it could be said that this was the state of being taught